Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. Another season of EA Sports college football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the New Mexico State Aggies and the Florida State Seminoles. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
When you enter Doak Campbell Stadium, you have to walk past the statue of Bobby Bowden first. This is sacred territory in college football. The fans know it. When they get chanting and the horse gets running, you know this is one of the most special places in all of college football. Can't wait to see how the Seminoles bounce back this season here at the Doak. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Kicker headed to the football, the crowd eager, and off we go, the start of a new season. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will go on the attack first. There's the dangerous Deuce Robinson. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Bolitnikoff Awards. The tradition at the position at receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy
breaks into the open. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To the air. It's Daniels. Got his man on the right. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And Reese, obviously you were talking about this guy earlier, and listen, you don't have to overthink this thing on offense, right? Just get our best playmaker the football as often as we can. And there they do a really good job of pushing it down the field. They find the matchup they wanted, David, and right out of the gate, it's an explosive play on offense.
Well, and we were so interested in talking about the matchup of this football game. Could they cover this guy? Or do they have to start doing something different, whether it's double teams, whatever they're looking to try to accomplish? So far, it's not a surprise the offense won. Now, defensively, what's going to be my answer? Because I can't let that guy beat me for a full football.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They go to the ground. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Just feeds the running back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TV.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Aggies offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Back to throw, it's Webster. He's taking the shot. He's got it down the right side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Keep it on the ground. He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield. Great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it from the gun. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. Up to 45 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give. Might have a chance. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. That's caught. It's Stanley. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field for a big guy. Very, very unique.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Stanley. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals.
And he's in! Touchdown, Aggies! Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a...
There he goes! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Gonna take a shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
He'll field the punt and look for room. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Got a man in the middle. And tackled there by the defense. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, it's Webster. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quick handoff. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. He's up to 55 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Off the play fake. Makes the grab. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41.
And it's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. The throw to the outside is complete. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Noles with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Got a little grass. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Extending the play. Unleashes one. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires deep toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Seminoles!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with TCU taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. And it's the Horned Frogs who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today.
And the Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, the New Mexico State head coach told me at the half his biggest concern right now is how they are handling this very hostile environment. It was tough in the first quarter, and this crowd is making it even more difficult. They are loud. They are crazy. And his communication said they have to improve at the line of scrimmage, making sure they're getting into their run game, their RPOs, and being strong with all their communication. Reese?
Holly, thank you. They're dealing with a second and long. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is their sophomore quarterback who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on him. The Aggies can really attack on this second and short. On the ground, it's Stanley. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
They need the 40 to convert here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Complete to the right. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ellison. Could not make his way to the corner. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They want to throw it. Pocket breaking down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. They'll run it. Oh, he's got some space. The tag. Touchdown, Florida State. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. An impressive run from the back, gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the New Mexico State sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall and
snags it, and there's running room. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Stanley. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They kick it away on 4th down. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And down he goes.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we've got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Touchdown, Knowles! On the sideline, got it in the end zone!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The run inside. It's Stanley. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number 1, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, not missing a lot of tackles. They have checked all of those boxes and shut this dude down.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
Makes the grab. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. They want that clock to run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They give it to him again. Touchdown, Florida State! And the route is on.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And he tacked on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the New Mexico State offense to go on the attack. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Right back to it. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Running inside, it's Stanley. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy,
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 41. He leaves it with the back. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. Might as well stick with him. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. They want to run it left here. Got enough for the first. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little